How does QR tipping work? What does it look like? As simple as possible, and that's kind of by design, of course, is the guest is made to scan a QR code. And these QR codes, we've seen everything from putting them on business cards to formal plaques that go on walls to a little piece of paper that's hung on the back of a car seat for airport couriers, all kinds of manners that you can use a QR code with it anywhere the guest is likely to be for 5 to 15 seconds or greater, and that they would have their cell phone available to them. The payment screen will immediately open up. There will be presets of tip options, and I'll show you this here in just a moment. And then we can also just type in your own amount that you would like to enter. That is automatically tracked and reported in the TipHaus app. And so all tips are being managed, and we want to make sure you have a single 30,000-foot view of every single financial transaction and tip going on in your locations and your establishments. When we think about tips, our goal is to be able to capture them wherever the guests want to make them available. And so we see a number. We could never list all of the places that you would be able to see it, but obviously at the table is great for, especially for unique restaurants or restaurants that maybe it's a counter service type approach and you don't feel comfortable asking for a tip before the service is delivered, but you want to post it on there so you can capture that feedback and a tip that goes to the team. It's a great use case for it. We've seen it on receipts. I think that's an excellent method to do it. And you can lead with the feedback functionality. We can have it show the feedback screen before the tip. And we have even seen customizations with large groups that only on positive feedback does the tipping screen show. So if someone came in to give you some harsh love and constructive feedback on how to get better at things, you don't want to show a screen right after saying, hey, would you like to leave a tip for your 1-star? No, you want to take that and improve your operation. So that's always available to you at the bar for live music or events or catering items. We've seen plenty. And then a number I've seen the airport couriers that, shuttle people to and from. I have seen on to-go bags in situations like that or catering events out. Lots and lots, and you all will have much better ideas of your own operations and organizations. Where were the tips commonly handled? How do we make sure that we're incentivizing our staff to want to work these positions and try to provide a great guest experience? So all available to you within this and part of the TipHaus bundle as it comes. Here we have Adrift Hospitality, one of our power users with QR codes. And so they've just recently launched it and quickly come back to give us great feedback with it. They've deployed it across table tents and stand-up tents that you'll see here. So every property customized their own QR codes for guests. They want it to have its own language, its own logos. They want to make sure it matches the branding and it fits in seamlessly with their locations and their properties. Amazing feedback already, both in the feedback sense and on the tipping side. Boosting tip visibility, accessibility for all staff. It's a common request that staff will have, is an opportunity to figure out how to make up for the lost income that was cash tips. And so this really shows as an operator and a manager, you're going above and beyond. You're helping to find solutions for them. You're hearing their problems and you're meeting them with solutions, meeting them right in the middle of the road saying, hey, here's how we're going to move this forward together. I heard you loud and clear. You lost some income over the last couple of years, and this is how we're going to make up for it and ensure that we give our guests that opportunity to leave a tip. Few testimonials, of course, from some of our favorite customers out there that are using it. Langer's is, TipHaus QR tipping made it effortless for our guests to leave tips, and our staff loves it. And this is one of those things where it's pretty hard for the staff to not love QR code tipping. No complexity to it, just a pure beneficial offering made available. And then Riverside Hotel out of Idaho has been using this for pushing a year at least. And there is QR code tipping boosted tips by 25% and eliminated the cash handling headaches. And you'll see that often with it when cash is there. Are they reporting it? Are they turning it in so it goes on our paycheck? Do you know who's actually earning these tips, who's underperforming, who's overperforming? You want to be able to centralize that all into one dashboard. And even you may want to apply tip logic to it to ensure that the person who has actually got the QR code available may not be the only one assisting that guest, but we're going to pool it or we're going to tip share some portions of that. All of the functionality you know and love about TipHaus in general is always available for this as tipping as well. And you can always see them all compiled within your breakdown in your dashboards.